The Black Moon Prophecy. Why August 22nd matters more than you think. The wait is almost over. The biggest energetic moment of the year is about to unfold, and yet, strangely, almost nobody is talking about it. On August 23rd, the Black Moon arrives, a moon so rare it only appears once every few years. But here is the truth that most people are missing. You can wait until the 23rd to pay attention. Because the real shift, it begins the day before, on August 22nd, when the doorway quietly cracks open. Not just another new moon. This isn't your ordinary new moon. This is something different. Something deeper in energy that doesn't just brush past you but presses right into your bones. A black moon is so much more than an astrological curiosity or a mystical superstition. It's a cosmic event that reaches into your daily life, whether you believe in it or not. Ancient cultures understood this. When the moon disappeared from the sky, they didn't celebrate, they panicked. They knew it meant something was shifting beyond human control. The vanishing moon carried a meaning far more profound than most of us realize today. And here is the key. What you do before the 22nd passes will decide how the black moon on the 23rd plays out for you. Especially if you're one of the chosen ones, the ones sensitive enough to feel what others ignore. Why the black moon is different. A black moon doesn't just arrive randomly. It's calculated. It only shows up once every few years, and when it does, it always signals the breaking of a cycle. It's like the universe hitting a kill switch, silence replacing noise, clarity replacing distraction, endings preparing the way for beginnings. Think of it as the blackout moment before a system resets. But here's the trap: most people will miss it completely. They'll brush it off as just another night, just another phase of the moon. Meanwhile, those who do sense its weight face an even greater challenge. Because the real danger isn't in the event itself, it is in how you respond to it. The worst mistake you could make: every new moon carries rituals. People light candles, set intentions, write down goals, and ask the universe to deliver something new. That's the usual rhythm. But if you try that under the black moon, you're walking into a spiritual trap. Here's why. The energy of the black moon is cloaked, distorted, deceptive. It doesn't respond to wish-making the way a typical new moon does. What you ask for now is not what you will receive. The black moon doesn't grant desires. It delivers karmic truths. Imagine whispering into a mirror that isn't facing you. The echo bounces back, but it's twisted, distorted, strange. That's what happens when you push wishes into the energy of the black moon. If your request doesn't align with what you've actually earned, it rebounds in ways you didn't expect. But don't mistake this for a bad omen. The black moon isn't here to punish you. It's here to protect you. It stops you from chasing hollow desires and pushes you back toward the blessings that are already yours, the things no distortion can take away. That's why this isn't the time to beg the universe for something new. It's the time to anchor into your foundation, to claim what's already been building in your life, and let those roots sink deeper than ever before. Because here's the truth: if you beg the universe under a black moon, you're telling it you're not ready. But if you stand firm in what's already yours, the black moon will seal it in for you. The filter is gone most of the time. Reality feels tolerable because it's softened for us. Life doesn't show us its full weight all at once. There's a filter. That's why the repetition of work, conversations, routines, and even thoughts feels ordinary even when it's not fulfilling. The mind is like a curtain. When things get too sharp, too overwhelming, too real, it pulls the curtain shut to protect us. But the black moon doesn't allow the curtain to stay closed. It rips it wide open. Suddenly, the edges of life are sharper. The silence feels heavier. The patterns you usually ignore become glaringly obvious. You notice the emptiness in routines, the way conversations sound rehearsed, the hollowness in laughter that carries no joy. What once felt normal now looks staged, mechanical, almost artificial. Seeing the script, and it doesn't stop at your personal habits. The black moon peels back the layers of society itself. You start to see how much of life runs on autopilot, cycles nobody questions, systems people obey without ever asking why, People chase money they don't actually care about. They agree to roles that drain them. They follow traditions they never chose. The smiles, the nods, the small talk, it all starts to feel like a performance. And suddenly, you're no longer an actor in the play. You're the audience, watching the script unfold with full awareness that it's staged. For some, this will be deeply uncomfortable. The Black Moon Prophecy, the hidden doorway of August 22nd. In the first part, we uncovered how the Black Moon strips away filters, forcing you to see life without the curtain of illusion. It shows you the hollowness of routines, the mechanical nature of conversations, and the artificiality of cycle society has never questioned. But this rare lunar event goes deeper. It doesn't just reveal patterns, it confronts you with prophecy. Why ancient cultures feared the dark moon throughout history. Civilizations didn't fear the moons that glowed bright in the sky. They feared the ones that disappeared. From early societies to biblical scripture, a dark and silent moon was a warning. When the night sky offered no light, it was seen as a shift in power, a sign that forces beyond human reach were quietly rearranging reality. The Black Moon fits this prophecy perfectly. No glow, no light, no warning, just silence. And that silence was never seen as ordinary. To the ancients, it wasn't the absence of light, it was the presence of something unseen, a transfer of power happening behind the veil. The Black Moon wasn't random. It was a marker that something above was being rewritten, and soon it would echo below. For the chosen ones, those sensitive to spiritual currents, this is why it feels so intense. When the sky goes black twice in one cycle, it isn't coincidence. It's signal, a reshuffling, a quiet but dramatic shift that changes the flow of energy whether we're ready or not. Why August 22nd matters more than the 23rd. Most people believe the Black Moon itself, on the 23rd, is the big event. But that's not the full truth. The real shift begins on the 22nd, the day before. That's when the lot begins to turn, when the cosmic vault cracks open just enough to test who is paying attention. If you wait until the 23rd to notice, you're already late. Think of the 23rd as the performance, the main stage. But the 22nd is the rehearsal. It is the day the universe whispers the lines. You'll need to step into the next chapter of your story. If you miss the rehearsal, you walk into the play unprepared. That's why the chosen ones are being pulled into silence and isolation on the 22nd. Because the doorway doesn't open with noise, it opens with stillness. The pull toward isolation as the Black Moon approaches, many of you will feel it, the urge to vanish. Not out of fear, not because of sadness, but because of silence. On the 22nd, you may feel the need to disconnect. Conversations will feel heavy. Even voices you usually find comforting may suddenly feel draining. The urge to retreat into solitude will come on strong. And here's the key. This is not weakness. It's not depression. It's not avoidance. It's a defense protocol written into the cosmos itself. Imagine a seed buried beneath the soil in that hidden stage. It is unreachable, unseen, and completely silent. Not because it is dead, but because it is becoming something new. That's what this pull toward isolation really is. You're being sealed off, contained, preserved so that the recalibration happening inside of you isn't disrupted. This is why you might feel like your energy is behind glass. Why interactions feel suffocating. Why even loved ones feel strangely distant. You're not being shut out, you're being sealed in. Your silence is not emptiness. It's preservation. The choice of the 22nd, but here's where the choice comes in. Those who resist this pull will feel scattered, exhausted, fragmented. They'll force themselves to socialize, to push through routines, to pretend everything is normal, and in doing so, they'll leak the very energy meant to be secured. But those who surrender to solitude, who allow themselves to retreat even if just for a few hours, will discover something else entirely. They'll feel clarity rising. They'll feel strength returning. They'll feel their inner compass resetting in ways it hasn't in months, maybe even years. This is the hidden gift of the chosen under the Black Moon, the permission to vanish into sacred privacy, not to escape the world, but to prepare for the one waiting on the other side of the reset. The final drive before the reset, if you are chosen. You may wake up on August 22nd with a heaviness that doesn't make sense. No matter how much you sleep or rest, there will be a deep, bone-level weariness pressing on you. But this is not ordinary tiredness. It's not burnout. It's not even your body failing you. This is soul-level exhaustion, the fatigue that comes from finishing a spiritual marathon. You didn't even realize you were running. The black moon doesn't just close cycles. It strips away assignments that were never meant to be permanent. For months, even years, you've carried responsibilities and hidden spiritual weights that belong to an old version of you. And now, on the eve of the black moon, your soul is finally releasing them. That release feels like collapse. It feels like walking out of a battle you don't remember fighting, with scars you can't quite explain. You'll notice your body feels fine. Your muscles aren't sore. Your mind isn't overwhelmed. And yet your spirit feels centuries old, as if it's been carrying lifetimes of weight. That's because it has. Every undone cycle, every karmic knot, every unfinished chapter is pulling at you one last time before it dissolves. This exhaustion is not weakness. It's graduation. The breath before the breakthrough. Imagine holding your breath underwater until your chest aches and then finally breaking the surface. That first gasp feels like relief and fatigue all at once. That's what the 22nd will feel like for the chosen ones. Not punishment, not collapse, but release. And here's the secret most people want to understand. You don't need to fix this exhaustion. You don't need to force energy, drink coffee, or push yourself harder. Because this isn't body fatigue, it's spiritual recalibration. The more you resist it, the longer it lingers. The more you surrender to it, the faster it dissolves. The black moon is stamping your old assignments as complete. It's lifting weights that were never yours to carry forever. And in the emptiness left behind, something new will begin to take shape. That's the deeper prophecy of the black moon, the isolation, the exhaustion, and the hidden doorway of August 22nd. In the next part, we'll explore how the universe communicates through laser-focused synchronizations, why the signs are temporary, and how to recognize the rehearsal lines being handed to you before the black moon seals its vault. The black moon prophecy, signs, synchronizations, and rehearsals. We've seen how the black moon pulls you into silence, strips away filters, and presses heaviness on your spirit as you let go of cycles you didn't even realize you were carrying. But that's not all it does. As the vault begins to unlock on August 22nd, the universe doesn't leave you wandering in the dark. It begins to send you messages direct, precise, and unmistakable. The veil thins in the days around the black moon. The veil between the seen and unseen grows paper thin. The barrier that usually separates your daily life from the subtle currents of energy loosens, and messages begin to slip through. But these aren't just generic spiritual signs. They're not just feathers on the ground or angel numbers on a clock. Those are the surface-level whispers. What's coming with the black moon cuts far deeper. This time, the messages are personalized. Laser-targeted signs during this window. Synchronizations will begin to spike. They won't feel random. They won't feel broad. They'll be tied directly to you, your story, your memories. A song you haven't heard since childhood suddenly plays at the exact moment. You ray thinking about someone from your past. An animal crosses your path, not just any animal, but the one you've seen in your dreams or one tied to your family lineage. You overhear a name on a TV show, in passing conversation, or shouted across the street the very same name that's been circling in your thoughts for weeks. These are not coincidences. These are breadcrumbs. They're being placed directly in your path by your future self, guiding you into the role you're meant to step into after the black moon passes. Rehearsals, not hints. Think of these synchronizations not as hints, but as rehearsals. Before a curtain rises on a new act, actors don't just wing it. They rehearse their lines over and over until the timing is perfect. That's exactly what the universe is doing with you now. It's giving you the lines before the play begins. It's aligning you with the cues, the markers, and the signals so that when the black moon shifts your timeline, you don't stumble into it blindly. The signs you're receiving now are not vague inspirations. They're instructions. The urgency of the 22nd, but here's what makes this urgent. These signs are temporary. They're not meant to linger. The synchronizations around the black moon are short bursts of alignment windows that open just long enough to point you in the right direction. Once the black moon closes, the channel tightens again. The silence returns. This is why you can't afford to dismiss them. If you see a number repeating on receipts, timestamps, and signs, pay attention. If you hear the same phrase or name multiple times in a day, write it down. If a stranger says something oddly specific that feels like it's directed straight at your soul, on to you, brush it off. These aren't random echoes. They are laser-focused signals sent with cosmic precision. And they are meant for you, the chosen ones, in sight, but not everyone will notice them. The world may be full of signs, but only the chosen will have the sight to recognize them. Most people will shrug them off, call them coincidences, and continue their routines without realizing the universe was speaking. But if you are chosen, you'll know, because the signs won't just appear around you, they'll pierce into you. They'll vibrate through you with a strange familiarity, like something you already knew but forgot. That is how you'll know it's real. The weight of awareness, and here is the deeper truth. What you notice before the black moon determines what you step into after it. The synchronizations are not entertainment. They're not there for curiosity or for fun. They are instructions, permission slips into your next timeline. Ignore them, and the door closes. Act on them, and the vault opens wide. The awareness you carry now is the key, because the black moon doesn't need your belief to change you. It will shift reality whether you notice or not. But your awareness decides whether it shifts you forward into alignment or leaves you behind, repeating cycles you were meant to escape. The silence is the signal, and here is the twist that most people miss. The power of the black moon isn't in noise. It isn't in fireworks or spectacle. It's in the silence. A full moon demands attention with its glow. A black moon slips in unnoticed, quiet as a shadow. That's why it's so dangerous and so powerful. Because while the world looks the same, it isn't. A black moon doesn't work on the surface. It works underneath. It detonates in silence, rewriting timelines invisibly. No flash, no announcement, just an unseen shift that unfolds over months. That's why paying attention to the subtle is so critical now. The silence is not absence. It's calibration. It's the womb of change. That's the third stage of the black moon journey, the synchronizations, the rehearsals, and the precision of signs only the chosen can see. In the next part, we'll dive into the stealth of the black moon, how it rewrites timelines without warning, why most people will miss it, and how to embrace the emptiness as the true seed of transformation. The black moon prophecy, the stealth reset we've uncovered. How the black moon pulls you into isolation, presses exhaustion on your spirit, and sends laser-focused synchronizations that act as rehearsals for your next chapter. But there's something even more profound about this rare lunar event. The black moon doesn't arrive with spectacle. It doesn't roar in like a storm. It slips in like a shadow, and that's what makes it so dangerous and so transformative. The trap of the unseen, unlike full moons that flood the sky with light, commanding everyone's attention. The black moon carries no glow, no radiance, no warning. It arrives silently. And because it looks like nothing, most people dismiss it as nothing. They treat it as just another night, just another new moon. And that's exactly where they go wrong. Because while the sky may look ordinary, the currents beneath it are anything but. The invisible detonation. Black moons don't work on the surface. They detonate underneath it. They are not fireworks. They are stealth bombs, cosmic detonations that move silently through the unseen layers of energy, rewriting timelines without fanfare. No sound, no flash, just an invisible wave that cracks the foundation beneath your path. And here is what makes it even more disorienting. You won't notice the shift right away. The changes seeded by a black moon rarely announce themselves in the moment. Instead, they begin as subtle fractures, unseen adjustments in energy, timing, or alignment. At first, you might not feel like anything has happened. But over the coming weeks and months, those fractures widen, and, before long, they reshape the entire direction of your life. The danger of dismissing. That's why ignoring the black moon is so costly. A single moment of inattention, a refusal to tune in, can cause you to miss the exact doorway carved open for you. You may dismiss the silence, shrug off the exhaustion, or explain away the synchronizations as coincidence. But that's like ignoring the crack of a seed splitting underground. Just because you can see the sprout doesn't mean the transformation isn't happening. And if you're not awake to it, the black moon will still shift you, but without your awareness. The shift may not be in your favor. Because here's the secret: the black moon doesn't ask for permission, it moves. But your awareness decides whether it moves you forward or leaves you circling in cycles. You should have broken the womb of change. The emptiness of the black moon is not absence, it's calibration. Most people fear silence. They fill it with noise, distractions, endless conversations, screens, and habits. But the chosen ones know the silence is the signal, because silence is not nothingness. It's the womb of change. It's the space where the old dissolves so the new can emerge. It's the hollow pause before the reset. And if you resist it, if you cram the emptiness with distractions, you'll miss the very seed being planted for your future. That's why the black moon feels so strange, so unsettling. You're standing inside a womb without realizing it, and in that emptiness, the wheel of your life is quietly turning. Subtraction, not addition. Most people approach cosmic events asking, what will I get? What will I gain? But the black moon isn't about addition. It's about subtraction. It strips away what cannot go forward with you. It clears space. It takes the weight, the habits, the distractions, the cycles that no longer serve, and removes them. And because humans fear loss, this process feels uncomfortable. The exhaustion, the silence, the feeling of being sealed away, it all feels like absence. But absence is the tool. Absence is how the black moon prepares you. The seed in the dark. Think of a seed buried deep in soil. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. The ground is silent, still, empty. But underground, the seed is breaking open. It's dissolving its old shell so that new life can emerge. That dissolution is invisible, but it's the most critical part of growth. That's exactly what the black moon does. It plants the seed of your next timeline in darkness. You may not see it now. You may not feel it fully. But months from now, you'll look back and realize that everything shifted during this invisible reset. And if you were paying attention, you'll know you caught it. You'll know you stepped into it consciously. That's the stealth nature of the black moon, the silent detonation, the subtraction, and the planting of seeds in emptiness. In the next part, we'll go deeper into why chosen ones feel this event so heavily, how isolation becomes protection, and why exhaustion is proof of graduation rather than weakness. The Black Moon Prophecy, isolation, exhaustion, and the mark of the chosen. So far, we've seen how the black moon moves silently, ripping away filters, planting seeds in emptiness, and detonating beneath the surface of reality without a sound. But there is another truth woven into this rare cosmic event. The chosen ones will feel it the most. Why the chosen ones feel it more strongly? The black moon doesn't affect everyone equally. For many, it will pass like any other night. They'll scroll through their phones, distract themselves with small talk, and drift through the event without realizing the reset even happened. But if you are sensitive, awake, or spiritually attuned, if you are one of the chosen, you won't be able to ignore it. The energy will press harder on you. The silence will feel heavier. The emptiness will echo louder. And it will seem as though the world itself is pulling away from you, forcing you into solitude. This isn't punishment, it's preservation. The gift of isolation. When the black moon approaches, especially on August 22nd, many chosen ones will feel an unsettling yet natural urge to vanish. You may feel like conversations are draining. Voices that normally comfort you may suddenly feel too heavy. Even the presence of loved ones might feel suffocating. And so you retreat. You step back. You disconnect. At first, It might feel wrong. You may wonder, why do I feel the need to disappear? Am I avoiding people? Am I shutting down? But this isn't avoidance, it's alignment. Think of a seed again before it can break through the soil. It must be hidden, unreachable, sealed away. That stage of invisibility isn't death, it's the preparation for life. That's what your isolation during the black moon really is. You're being pulled into containment, shielded from outside noise, preserved so the energy recalibrating inside you isn't disrupted. Energy behind glass. This is why on the 22nd, you may feel like your energy is untouchable, like you're behind glass. You're not being shut out from others. You're being sealed in, kept safe while the reset unfolds. The mistake would be to resist it, to force yourself to socialize, to keep pretending everything is normal, because those who resist will feel scattered, drained, and fragmented. They'll leak the energy that was meant to be guarded. But those who surrender to the solitude, even if just for a few hours, will find something very different waiting for them. Clarity, strength, and the quiet resetting of their inner compass. Exhaustion is graduation alongside isolation. There's another sign that chosen ones will experience: soul-level exhaustion. On August 22nd, many will wake up feeling a heaviness they can't explain. It won't matter how much rest you've had. The fatigue will press into your bones, deep and unshakable. But this isn't ordinary tiredness. It isn't burnout, and it isn't weakness. It's the exhaustion of graduation. For months, maybe even years, you've been carrying spiritual assignments, responsibilities, lessons, and hidden weights that belong to an old version of you. They stretched you, disciplined you, and trained you, but they were never meant to stay forever. The black moon is the release point, the moment those assignments are stamped as complete. And when they're lifted from you, the release feels like collapse, like walking out of a battle you didn't know you were fighting, with scars you can't explain. The battle you don't remember fighting, you may notice that your body feels fine. Your muscles aren't sore. Your mind isn't overwhelmed. And yet your spirit feels like it has carried centuries of weight. That's because it has. Every karmic knot, every unfinished chapter, every cycle that was lingering, it all pulls on you one last time before it dissolves. This is why exhaustion is not proof you're failing. It's proof you're graduating. The heaviness is not a collapse. It's the final breath before the breakthrough. The breath after the long hold. Imagine holding your breath underwater until your chest aches, then finally breaking the surface. That first gasp of air feels like both relief and exhaustion. That's exactly what the black moon's exhaustion feels like. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign you've reached the surface. And here's the truth. You don't need to fight this fatigue. You don't need to mask it with coffee, productivity, or forced energy. Because this isn't physical tiredness, it's spiritual recalibration. The more you resist it, the longer it lingers. The more you allow it, the faster it dissolves. The black moon is taking back the weight you were never meant to carry forever. And the emptiness left behind isn't a void, it's the space being carved out for what comes next. That's the deeper mark of the chosen ones: the isolation, the exhaustion, and the release of assignments that have run their course. In the next part, we'll explore how the black moon delivers karmic truths, why it's not about asking for more, but about sealing what you've already earned, and how this rare event tilts momentum in silence. The black moon prophecy, the vault, the reset, and the final invitation. We've journeyed through the signs, the silence, the exhaustion, and the isolation. Now we arrive at the heart of the black moon's purpose: why it arrives, why it matters, and what it's really doing beneath the surface. The karmic mirror. One of the greatest mistakes people make during any new moon is rushing into rituals, lighting candles, setting goals, asking the universe for something new. Under most new moons, this works as a symbolic alignment. But under the black moon, it backfires. Because the black moon isn't here to grant desires. It's here to deliver karmic truths. It's like whispering into a mirror that isn't facing you. The echo comes back distorted. What you demand now won't return as you expect. If your request isn't aligned with what you've earned, The energy rebounds in unexpected ways. But don't confuse this with punishment. The black moon doesn't twist your path to harm you. It twists it to protect you, to stop you from chasing empty desires and force you to claim what's already yours. The sealing of foundations. This is why the black moon is not the time to demand something new. It's the time to anchor into your foundation, to stand firm in the blessings you've already been building, to let those roots deepen. Because here's the truth. If you beg the universe under a black moon, you're signaling unreadiness. But if you stand in confidence claiming what is already aligned with you, the black moon will seal it for you. This is the difference between desperation and embodiment. One leaks energy, the other anchors it. The vault opens on the 22nd. Remember this, the black moon itself peaks on August 23rd, but the doorway opens a day earlier on August 22nd. If you wait until the 23rd, you're already late. Think of the black moon as a cosmic vault. On the 22nd, the key turns in the lock. The vault recognizes who is awake, who is present, who is prepared. And if you step in consciously, you enter a level of energetic flow most people never touch in their lifetime. But if you ignore it, distract yourself, or remain careless, the vault still closes. And once it shuts, you're left knocking on the outside. That's why the 22nd is the hidden moment. It's not the show, it's the doorway, the tilt of momentum. Here's the twist no one talks about. The black moon doesn't destroy momentum. It redirects it. For months, maybe even years, some of you have been circling the same stuck patterns. Delays repeating like echoes, failures looping like a broken record. The black moon has the weight to shatter that record in silence. And if you've been walking in alignment, staying true even when it was hard, this is where the reward amplifies. The darkness doesn't erase your progress. It seals it, protects it, and then pushes it forward with greater force. It's not about instant transformation. It's about the subtle tilt of momentum finally moving in your favor, the hidden reset. This is the secret. What looks like an ending is often the hidden beginning. When the world goes quiet and the sky turns black, it may feel like absence, but absence is preparation. The black moon ends cycles you didn't even realize were holding you back. It strips away spiritual assignments you've already outgrown. It clears space for the next chapter. And what emerges in that silence is not punishment. It has the reset you've been praying for. Even if you didn't, you realize it would come disguised as emptiness. The signs that guide you during this time. Synchronizations become instructions. A word repeated 3 times in one day. A symbol crossing your path. A memory resurfacing at just the right moment. These are not coincidences. They are rehearsals. Breadcrumbs from your future self. Permission slips into your next timeline. Ignore them, and the door closes. Follow them, and the vault opens wide. The final invitation. The black moon doesn't arrive every year. It isn't routine. It isn't casual. It's rare, deliberate, and precise. This August, it arrives as a vault, a sealed chamber of energy that only opens when cosmic timing allows. And the access point is the 22nd. Most people will miss it. They'll dismiss the silence, ignore the exhaustion, laugh off the synchronizations, and continue sleepwalking through cycles. But the chosen ones, they'll know. They'll feel it in their bones, in the silence, in the exhaustion that presses like centuries on their spirit. And they'll understand that this isn't punishment. It's permission. Because the black moon doesn't need your belief to change you. It will shift reality whether you notice or not. But your awareness determines whether it shifts you forward into freedom or leaves you behind, bound to cycles you were meant to break. Closing reflection. So when the night sky disappears, when silence grows heavy, and when the world feels strangely unfamiliar, remember, you are standing at the vault. Don't beg, don't demand, don't distract. Anchor yourself, stand firm, claim what is already yours. Because in the end, the black moon is not here to punish you. It's here to prepare you. And what looks like the deepest dark may just be the beginning of the light you've been waiting for.